Hello, hi, this is Stephanie from Our Natural Wisdom, and I am so delighted to be here today with you on the first day of our 3-day spring reawakening of self-compassion. So lovely to have you here with me, whether you're joining live or enjoying the replay. Welcome, welcome. So I am an eco-intuitive coach and teacher, and I help women who are anxious perfectionists to reclaim your peace. And we do this through deepening your connection with nature, with Mother Earth, with Gaia, whatever label you want to use. You know how powerful a connection with nature can be, how healing and how restorative. So this is all about deepening that sacred connection that you have with Mother Earth and accessing your self-compassion, because boy, when you are an anxious perfectionist, as I am, I know how debilitating it can be, how painful and how much suffering you can experience when you are in that place of anxiety and perfectionism. Hello, good morning. So good to see everybody. Hi. Thanks for joining. So we are going to have a brief teaching, and then we're going to step into a guided journey, which is really more like a guided meditation that can help you with a daily practice, a simple daily practice of deepening your self-compassion through Mother Earth. And I will tell you that this is going to feel very simple, and yet it takes practice to continue accessing this, because the goal here is for you to be able to access your self-compassion anywhere at any time, to be able to relieve your anxiety, whether you're indoors or outdoors, whether you're in the middle of the wilderness or in a park or on an airplane. All of the practices that I'm going to be sharing with you through this 3-day journey are incredibly helpful. They're simple and they're profoundly powerful. They can really help you in so many ways. So I invite you to tune in to all 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Thursday. All right, so without any further ado, I'm just going to jump right in and start by talking a little bit about how that state of anxious perfectionism, that state of anxiety, that state of this is not enough, I am not doing things well enough, I must do better. All of these things are stories that we tell ourselves. They are stories in our beautiful brains, and they are stories that become beliefs. They become beliefs because they are thoughts that we have had over and over and over again. And the more that you have a thought, the more ingrained it becomes in your awareness. So as you have these thoughts of anxiety, focusing on the future is so much of what anxiety is about. And worrying about it and being preoccupied with the future. Anxiety really lives in the future. And so the more that you can come back to the present moment, the more you are able to release those stories that contribute to anxiety in your life. There is no more present place to connect with than nature, because nature lives in a state of presence. There is always now in nature. And I am sure you have experienced this. I think if you're tuning in here, you are drawn to nature, you are drawn to Mother Earth. You know that there is a sacred connection there for you. And these practices that we're going to be discussing, one practice in particular that I'm going to be sharing with you today, will allow you to come back to that place of presence from a perspective of curious observation. Because when we are curious, when we have a soft focus with our world around us, we are able to step into a place of presence. We don't live in the future. We're not ruminating about what happened in the past. we are able to stay in the present moment. That is where we can access your self-compassion so easily and so beautifully. It can feel a little bit contrary to be focusing on the now, because you might feel like you are going to go into that place of hypervigilance. I know how that can be. I completely understand that. And it can come up even when you're in nature, because you're so accustomed to that place of having your awareness expanded and taking everything in, because your brain, your beautiful brain, is wanting to protect you. So your brain is looking for the things that you need to be preparing for. This is, in fact, a very natural thing. This is more of our instinct. This is something that we share with many animals throughout the world. It is how we have evolved to be where we are today. And yet that state of hypervigilance, when you are an anxious person, when you are a perfectionist, it really exacerbates those that focus on the future, and that anxiety that is so prevalent when we are focusing on the future. So what we are going to be doing is practicing a state of soft focus in nature, a place where you allow for the experience to really bathe. You are bathing in that experience of presence in nature. And while the practice that will share today focuses on being outside, that is where you can cultivate that ability to come into the present and to access the self-compassion that is there. Now, why can we access self-compassion more easily in the present moment? Because when we are in presence, we are allowing ourselves to access our entire brain, not just our left brain, not just our logical brain, our analytical, judgmental, critical brain, the brain that we are taught to really focus on and develop throughout our schooling and throughout our social conditioning. When we're in nature, we open ourselves up to our right brain. So we are able to have that place of curiosity and observation and joy and wonder and awe and fun, playfulness, that place that really feels magical. You, I bet, experienced this throughout your life, perhaps as a child most especially, that place of really feeling that something is magically tangible in nature. Whether you liked to create forts out of branches, whether you gathered flowers and created artwork, whether you just watched the clouds, lie back on your back and on the lawn and watch the clouds. This is a place of accessing curiosity and creativity. And when you access your entire brain, when you access that place of creativity and curiosity, you are also opening up your heart to hear the language of your soul. And the language of your soul is your intuition. You were born with intuition. You were born with a connection with your soul, with the divine. There is no more loving connection and relationship in this experience of life than connecting with your beautifully, unconditionally loving soul. When you are able to access that place, there is unlimited self-compassion available to you. This is so empowering because it is something that you can access throughout your day, even in the most chaotic moments, even in the most challenging and difficult moments, and in the most joyful moments as well. So the practice of coming into stillness, of coming into presence with Mother Earth, is the most beautiful gateway to your self-compassion. It is the gateway to your soulful connection. And there is where so many answers lie. They're not answers that we always hear in words. They are answers that you experience through the heart, through your feeling, through your self-trust and your self-love and your self-compassion. So much of this practice I'm going to share with you today is about stepping into a place of wordlessness. It is not about focusing on specific words or phrases or answers that you hear when you're in nature, but rather just being in that place of presence. It really allows you to receive the wisdom of your beautiful soul so that you will be able to take in the answers and just allow them to fill your entire body with the true knowing of what your true essence is, what the next steps are for you, what will bring you the greatest joy and peace in your life. And this, again, is such a beautiful way to experience self-compassion, to connect with your beautiful soul. So, as I said, nature is always present, always inviting you to step into that place of deep stillness and deep presence. And yet, for a lot of us, that place of deep stillness is difficult to access when we're simply sitting in like a meditative position. I struggled for years with trying to start a meditation practice because I had it in my head that I needed to be sitting on a yoga cushion, and I needed to be completely still, and I needed to be completely silent. And that was a real struggle for me. I am an active person, and I really love being outside, as I think that you do as well. So being outside is meditative. There are so many things that you can do outside in nature that bring about that meditative state that is so powerfully healing in so many ways. And this practice that I'm going to share is exactly that. But first, before I step into the practice, I just wanted to let you know that I have an online digital course that is enrolling right now called Reclaim Your Peace, Cultivating Self-Compassion Through Soulful Gardening. This is a 28-day course. We start on April 10th, and it is an opportunity to learn all about how to create a soulful garden of beautiful native plants. It is woven with so much mystical wisdom that allows you to reclaim your peace, hear your intuition, and access that place of presence that is so deeply healing for anxious perfectionists. It is a gardening class like no other, and if it sounds of interest to you, I encourage you to click the link in bio to learn more. We do start April 10th, so I encourage you to enroll soon if it is of interest to you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's step into our practice for today. The name that I'm giving this practice is the Sacred Walk, and you can also call it the Walk of Curiosity. That's another potential name for this, whatever works for you. The idea of this is to set aside a few minutes every day. Now, I'm a mom. I'm a busy mom. I have 2 kids, ages 11 and 5. The days are busy. I don't have as much time as I would like to just enjoy being outside in nature. So I savor every single moment that I have. And I have created this practice in my own life because I really knew that I needed to have a daily way of connecting with Mother Earth, a daily way of connecting with that deep healing presence that nature provides and that allows me to access my self-compassion. So I encourage you to find a way every single day, if not a couple of times a day, to simply do a walk through your yard or a walk in your neighborhood from a place of soft focus. This is a walk of curiosity. It is a walk of observation. It is a walk that allows you to release words and descriptions. It allows you to open up into your right brain so that you can access your entire brain and access the wisdom of your heart and soul. So for me, the time that I do this walk is right after I put my son on the bus in the morning. And my son is mildly autistic, so some mornings that can be a challenge. It can really bring up anxiety in me. It can feel stressful at times. And for me, it's the perfect time to do this walk of presence, this sacred walk. It allows me to calm my nervous system and access that place of self-compassion that is so important when we are going through a challenging moment or a challenging time in our life. So, and then I have the walk for about 5 minutes, and then I come back inside and help get my daughter ready to go to school. So this is really meant to be a practice that you can fit in just like 5 minutes of each day or more if you are guided to do so. So I encourage you to identify a time in your day. Maybe it's in the morning or in your lunch hour after you come home from school or work, maybe before you go to bed in the evening. Identify a time that you know right now, just thinking about it, is a healing time for you to do a sacred walk with Mother Earth. All right? So have that in your awareness. I'm going to walk you through what it could look like for you. And of course, this is a personal practice. So this is not a blueprint. This is just a very basic framework that then you can take into your own life. All right? So I encourage you to take some nice deep breaths. Okay, we're going to go into a place of sacredness, a place that we are co-creating here together through our intention and our awareness and our willingness to welcome, to reawaken deeper self-compassion at this early part of spring. Such a beautiful time to be setting the intention of deepening your self-compassion. As everything is awakening around you, it is also a beautiful time of curiosity, of observation, of honoring and acknowledging all of the growth and beauty that is unfolding in nature around you. So taking some nice deep breaths. Picture yourself in that moment of your day when you know it will be most beneficial to access your presence, when it would be most beneficial to return to your heart and to your self-compassion. And picturing yourself preparing for this walk, this sacred walk. As you are just beginning the walk, be mindful of and set the intention of setting aside words, allowing yourself to experience what you are about to experience and come in connection with, without the need for language, without the need for words. So setting that intention at the beginning of your sacred walk. Begin to move into your walk, and as you begin, feel the earth under your feet. Feel the beautiful support of the element of earth, providing you with stability and foundation, groundedness. Experience how you can breathe through the soles of your feet with every footstep. Imagine that you are breathing through the soles of your feet, receiving beautiful energy from the earth, and releasing anything that no longer serves you. Releasing it through the soles of your feet, knowing that your soul is helping you, enabling this to happen every step of your walk. And experience your breath. As you are moving through this walk in your mind's eye, imagine that you are outdoors and that you are able to take in the abundant and vital element of air. And really allowing yourself to take that air in deep into your belly. No shallow breathing here on the sacred walk. And as you are taking in that air and releasing it, feel how your heart is opening, how your soulful connection with Mother Earth is being reawakened. It's really always there. This is just your intention of knowing that you have this soulful connection with the earth. And feeling the sun upon your body. And if it is nighttime in your mind's eye, feeling the moon with the sun's reflection upon it. Feeling the stars. Experiencing that element of fire that surrounds you in nature. And feel how that element of fire is within you, within every single cell of your body. That element of fire is fueling you, fueling your movement, fueling everything that you are taking action upon. Knowing that through your connection with fire, you are connected with pure life source energy. And feel how your heart is opening even more, receiving the love from your soul, receiving love and light from the divine, however you define that. Receiving deeper levels of self-compassion. And as your walk continues, feel the presence of the element of water. You are predominantly made up of water. Feel it flow within your body. Connecting with your heart that is pumping water-filled blood throughout your entire being, nourishing every function of your body, connecting you even more deeply with Mother Earth through the element of water. So here in this state of presence with the elements of earth air, fire, and water. Begin to see how each of these elements are represented around you in nature. You may see how the sun is shining upon a leaf. You may see droplets of water upon grasses. You may see or hear the leaves rustling in the trees, and feel the wind, the breeze upon your skin or flowing through your hair. And moving through your walk, your curious walk, see how you are connected with all of these elements in nature, allowing your curious observation to acknowledge the smallest things, perhaps things that you have walked by every single day. A bit of lichen on a tree that is especially vibrant today. Or clouds in the sky that have particular shapes that really draw your awareness. And allowing yourself to be in this place of deep presence with Mother Earth. Knowing that with your presence, you are opening yourself up to a deepened relationship with your soul. You are opening your heart. You are opening your mind. You are beyond words. And from this wordless place, feel the self-compassion flowing within you. Feel it re-emerging, reawakening until it blesses your entire being. You are being blessed by the self-compassion that you have reawakened within you. And when you are ready to bring your sacred walk to a close, when it's time to carry on with the rest of your day, bring your hands to your heart center and take some nice deep breaths there. Extending so much gratitude to Mother Earth, to your beautiful soul, to the divine, and welcome that self-compassion that you have reawakened within yourself. And know that throughout your day, you can return to that place. You can return to it in your mind's eye and then return to it in your heart. Reawakening that self-compassion that is always accessible to you in your moments of chaos and anxiety and perfectionism. Know that you can always come back to this place of wordlessness. This is a daily practice. The more you experience it, the easier it is going to be to step into your presence in any moment that you need to. So I encourage you to try this practice out once more, at least one more time today. Do it outside if at all possible. Allow yourself to experience that connection with the 4 elements of earth, air, fire, and water, and allow yourself to reawaken the beautiful self-compassion that is already within your heart. Open up your heart through presence, through a sacred walk with Mother Earth. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was such a pleasure. I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow for day 2 of our 3-day spring reawakening of self-compassion. And once again, if this resonated for you, and especially if you are interested in creating a beautiful, vibrant garden this spring, I encourage you to click the link in bio or the link in caption to check out my online course, Reclaim Your Peace, Cultivating Self-Compassion with Soulful Gardening. It would be such a pleasure to support you through that course, which begins on April 10th. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow again at the same time. Take care. Bye-bye.